We have a Q&A from a newer member today. As many of you know, it's sometimes hard for me to think like others, so I'm not always sure of the intent or translation of thought. I don't watch others and I don't engage in arguments with people on social media, so I'm not familiar with many of the current narratives or theories. But this question gave me the opportunity to discuss some really important changes that Elon Musk and others have made since the inauguration. I wish I knew how James Green intended his comment. I don't have the time to research a bunch of links, but it helps sometimes to come out and say what you mean. There's a couple of ways to interpret the comment. The first one is that it was created as part of some narrative to discredit Elon Musk, and the other is referring to a narrative that he is not from Earth, so we'll cover both. Let's look at the possibility of misinformation. Elon Musk has taken a lot of the scrutiny and maleficence off of President Trump, and he has now become a target for false narratives. Musk's alleged Nazi salute has run its course as much as he tries to keep it going. He sure knows how to use the media against themselves. I love it. Anyway, the salute is done, and there is likely another smear campaign to make people think that he isn't genuine or working against our country in some way. The comment implies that Musk is weird because of the way he moves his head. Let's explore this at the newest way to influence your mind. Since Musk began running the newly established DOGE, or Department of Government Efficiency, the attacks keep coming. So here's the comment that I struggle with from James Green V5R.
Why was Elon Musk bobbing his head and eyes like Stevie Wonder? I mean, come on, smarten up, something isn't right there.
Let me start by first saying that a whole lot of you that follow me are probably a bit off, as James describes it, because people don't consider the topics that we talk about if they are a sheep or a follower. I have been a black sheep my entire life, from childhood. So, to associate being different with being undesirable is not accurate. I love being not right according to the standards that the deep state has created. I ask questions. I dig and I don't stick my head in the sand when I see injustice. If that's a bad thing, then I don't know what to say. Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching told us that the wise are not attached to their own perspectives. They see the world with the eyes of others. I understand that we have been conditioned and, yes, brainwashed to ridicule forward thinking and innovation, but the dawn of a new age is on the horizon, and those that can't accept change are going to have some real problems in numerous arenas. I beg you to free your minds and open that space in your heart with truth, not lies. Don't engage in non-productive chatter designed to hold you back from your right to freedom and abundance. It's one thing to have creative thought and hold it inside for fear of rejection, but progress comes when we can have those different ideas and are bold enough to speak about these independent and innovative thoughts. This is when progress comes. Alexander Graham Bell's telephone was initially dismissed by critics, including Western Union, which famously called it a toy with no practical value. Albert Einstein's revolutionary theory of relativity faced skepticism from the scientific community. He was also targeted for ridicule by anti-Semitic groups who attacked his intellect and theories. The Wright brothers were mocked for their efforts to achieve powered flight, with many in the media and scientific community dismissing their work as impossible or frivolous. Madame Marie Curie faced significant ridicule and resistance as a woman in science. Her groundbreaking work on radioactivity was met with skepticism, and she had to fight to gain recognition, ultimately becoming the first person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences. Edison was frequently mocked for his relentless pursuit of inventions, including the electric light bulb, which many believed was an impossible dream. Vincent van Gogh, now regarded as one of the greatest artists in history, was largely unappreciated and ridiculed for his unique style during his life. He sold very few paintings and struggled with poverty and mental health. And Nikola Tesla was often dismissed as eccentric or even mad due to his visionary ideas. I could name hundreds. Most individuals who are groundbreaking thinkers often face resistance for their ideas to reshape the world. This is what I don't understand about the comment. Personally, I didn't see any Stevie Wonder head or eyes, but I don't look for bad. My goodness, I just can't relate to such a comment about someone's gestures or appearance. I mean, who among us has no faults? The next thing I think about with this comment is the possible slagging someone for this difference. I don't think that James necessarily intended to, but it saddened me that Elon Musk has publicly stated that he is on the autism spectrum. During his appearance on Saturday Night Live in May 2021, Musk revealed that he has Asperger's syndrome, a condition on the autism spectrum. He is one of the most high-profile individuals to openly discuss being neurodivergent, highlighting his unique approach to problem-solving and innovation. So do we really want to be the type of people that ridicule autism? I don't blame those who fall into this, but once I again implore everyone to reach down and find that innocence and wonder that we had as a child. Unlearn the biases and the habit of tearing people down for attention or emphasis. Remember when we were young and we didn't see the difference between people? If someone is being distracted by narratives such as this, they are missing the reality that the deep state is desperately trying to hide from you. Now, it's utterly possible that James meant something entirely different. It's so strange how you guys always send me what I need. Peggy Miller 9064 wrote a comment about another possibility, and that is that several people have said that Elon Musk is from Mars. This is what Peggy told us.
I'm sure you know of Emery Smith. I think the name of his podcast on Gaia is Cosmic Disclosure. I remember a man he had on from time to time who wasn't military but investigated ET encounters. One day he was on and mentioned that Elon Musk is from Mars. I didn't think too much about it because he wasn't as popular as he is now, but I never forgot that, and Emery seemed to know also. So now recently President Trump was on Joe Rogan, and they started talking about Elon. Trump said that Elon is so smart he's from another planet. Trump loves to talk in code, so now I wonder if it's true. Will we ever be told?
So this is another perspective and quite feasible since it's highly likely that some aliens have been integrated into our society. Tell us what you think. Have you heard this narrative? We absolutely know that President Trump speaks, and he recently said again that everything will be revealed. Now on to the other reason I chose James' question, which has to deal with Elon's accomplishments with DOGE so far. In the first 80 hours, approximately $420 million of current or impending contracts have been canceled by DOGE. 2 leases have also been canceled. Musk has stated that initial focus is mainly on DEI contracts and unoccupied buildings. So let's take a look at some of this waste that Elon Musk has stopped and how he is contributing to the MAGA agenda. First, he eliminated the Department of Regional Duck Enthusiasm, which costs us $3.4 million per year. This department holds duck festivals. Next, he axed the Council on Sports Mascot Safety. This is saving us $8.9 million a year. It studied the dangers of papier-mâché heads in summer parades. Musk laughed for 12 minutes straight during their budget presentation, and Musk decided that if somebody wants to pass out inside a foam crab suit, that's their American right. Then there was the National Lint Awareness Bureau, who was spending $900,000 per year for campaigns about lint in your dryer. But how will we ever survive without the Office of Commemorative Spoon Distribution, which spends $1.2 million a year to make silver-plated spoons for every federal retirement party? We can't forget the National Institute for Corn Maze Strategy, which spent $9 million each year. Some of these programs have been going on for many decades. Imagine if that money went to help the people of the United States. But Musk wasn't done yet. Can you believe this demon cut the $2 million annual money grab for the Task Force on Official State Muffins. Come on, the White House chef doesn't know how to make muffins? Then there's the Department of Metric Conversion Resistance, which assured that America never adopted the metric system. That cost us $3 million a year. The next one is so hypocritical. While allowing people to burn flags in the streets, we were paying $5 million a year for the Bureau of Patriotic Flag Deployment, which deploys balloons at every federal ribbon-cutting ceremony. Next is my favorite program. The depraved Musk just cut out $17 million a year for the Federal Sandwich Oversight Board, which is tasked with the critical responsibility of determining the optimal meat-to-bread ratio for federal sandwiches. And lastly, Musk had the nerve to cancel the National Council for Antique Doorknobs and the $6.8 million that we gave them annually. This was his dirty deeds in the first 80 hours, less than 4 days. These are real programs and real money that we were throwing down the toilet, or more likely into someone's pockets. Lastly, there is something that I want to introduce you to if you don't already know. It's the U.S. Debt Clock, which provides real-time data on the United States national debt and other economic metrics. On January 26, 2025, a DOGE clock has been added to the debt clock and shows a gain of $22.5 billion. 1 day later, it was $26.5 billion. I'd say that's not bad, and the contracts have been canceled for many more. Also, today's secret window at the top right-hand corner pops up a graphic of the U.S. in gold with several locations connecting. The heading is the American Supercycle, a golden age of wonders. If anyone can decode that, please post in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to do all the stuff, like subscribe and share. Your support is treasured. In closing, I want to say that I love all of you guys. I really do. And I understand that we have all been tarnished by the decades of struggle that we have endured, but please understand that your nature is not one that attempts to tear down or destroy others. Our core nature is divinity. It is effortless, it is productive. It is kind. It is love. Until next time, make a conscious effort to flash a warm smile at everyone you see.